Okay, so I don't know when this is going to start recording, so just in case it is right now, I'm going to just talk a little bit. I'm going to go to the main menu because that's where I want to be. Good to go, guys. Okay, so we have someone watching though. Okay, guys, so this is Sim 4. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I am a huge fan of The Sims. Hold on. Now, the deal with me and The Sims is actually kind of a funny one. I got introduced to it from the first game when I played it on GameCube as probably, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7. The game is already aged by that point a little bit, but not too much. It's probably just about as old as me. Maybe, actually, no, probably a bit younger. Because I believe it was released after the PC version. But anyways, that was the game I was introduced to for The Sims. So I played The Sims from the very beginning of console. Not PC, but console. I've never really actually played a Sims game other than SimCity on a PC. I've never played a Sims game on PC other than the SimCity franchise. Well, Sims 4 just came to console. In fact, yesterday I meant to make a video on it because yesterday was the release, but on Thursday, which was the 16th, the day before release, I just got my paycheck and I actually completely forgot that this was coming to console, and so I was like, oh my god, I need to get it. So I used my paycheck to actually pre-order this game, so I do have some pre-order bonuses. As you can even see, I believe that's what that is down there, unless it's the perfect patio pack that comes with, and then the holiday celebration pack with which everyone gets. But I already do actually plan on getting the City of Living DLC, and I don't know if I'm gonna get anything else. I know I kind of want the Vintage Glamour and the Vampires DLC. It all looks really nice, but I know I'm definitely going to get City Living at some point. So maybe in the future you guys will see me doing a review on that. Well, anyway, hold on. Anyways, I've played this game, like I said, all yesterday, and I meant to make a video yesterday, but it slipped out of my head, but it's already amazing. I spent all day on it yesterday. It's amazing. I'm gonna do a review right now, kind of crunch it up. The menu screen, it's pretty simple. It gives you, like, what some of the stuff is. You can see a bit of cool little bits for, you know, game packs and all that, and the DLC stuff. But it's all pretty cool. You can see all your DLC collection down here, and then it's simple, it's neat, it's fresh, it's just continue, new game, load game. But anyways, what we're going to do is continue from where I am, while I just tell you guys a bit about what I think. I kind of wanted to do a separate video for a review, and then at the same time I didn't. Because I thought it would just make up too many videos, and and it would just take up too much time, honestly, because I hardly have enough time as it is, right now, which is why I'm actually barely able to stuff this video in. In fact, if you guys go onto my Facebook page, yes, I have a Facebook page, you guys will see that actually I do updates on when I'm probably going to do videos or what games, and you guys get a little bit extra insight. I honestly have not been keeping track with the Facebook as much lately. I've been that busy, guys. But I do actually want to keep up with it. In fact, I probably will do a little thing on the Facebook page as soon as I can, but it won't be today. It won't be even this week. I honestly don't know when it will be, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to try to make it soon as possible. But I do want to make announcements on the Facebook page. I want to do a bunch of things on the Facebook page. I'm not to the point to where I can exactly create milestones for myself, because I don't really want this to turn into that sort of thing, because like I've always been me, guys. On this channel, I've always been me. I have never once kind of tried to be anyone else. I have never once cared about, honestly, subscriptions or anything. So if you guys want to see me, you guys can watch this and see me. But other than that, let's get into the game. So in summary, if you guys want to see content, updates, and all the sorts, like and follow the Facebook page. It's not that hard. Here, let me open it up on my phone real fast. Okay, so I want to go to the Facebook app. Okay, probably what you guys will do. And then I will look at the page and I will tell you guys what the name of the page is. If you guys can't find it, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Okay, so here's the name of the page. It is the LOZ Majora Mask YouTube channel. In fact, the last time I updated it was actually May 12th. Like I said, I haven't updated it in a while. In fact, here, for those of you who don't follow the page, which is probably a lot of you, it says, "Hey guys, as many of you know, I have not been posting recently. Last time I informed you why this was the reason." What? Okay, now I'm getting confused. Anyways, I could not get my games to work well. I recently did fix the problem, but some of you may know that I do have school, and I'm trying to focus a lot more on that currently, because I am right now in the last 2 weeks of school left. So after school is finished, I will try to be doing more uploads and try to be doing it more frequently to make up for the lost time. I hope you guys understand that schoolwork is more important to me right now, and that I need to focus on it. Thank you for understanding. In the previous post before that, I even talked about how I had got Kingdom Hearts and that it just would not work for me. As some of you guys do know, though, that I did get it to work, if you guys seen that video. But this is a Sims 4 video, so let's get into Sims 4. Now, I do like, actually, how smooth the game runs, and a little bit of a note. I'm not going to be saying, this is probably better than the PC version, because I myself do not know. If some of you guys have played both the PC version and the console version and want to put your 2 cents down in the comment section below, go ahead. Just don't be very rude towards other people's opinions. They're people too. Let them have their opinions. Now, anyways, I like how smooth the game runs. It seems like it's very easy to run. Something I don't like is the fact that if I want to use the mouse feature in order to move a cursor across the screen to do things, I cannot be in a menu such as this. I have to press the touchpad and it closes the menu, and then I'm able to do it. And then I can press the touchpad again to go back to what I need to do. Now, as you can see, my needs are low and my hunger is low, so let's deal with that real fast. My house is a mess. I have done a terrible job with my house. I realize that. Do not shun me for it, for the love of God. I realize I did something very wrong. But, okay, basically I bought a huge piece of land, and I wanted to have a massive house, and by the time I built it, I completely remembered, oh yeah, money's a thing. So that would be why you see mostly empty space in this house. I actually do plan on opening it up later and creating extra rooms. In fact, I'm already married, guys. I've already created my sim. I've already given him a job and leveled him up in it. But yeah, everything seems to be running just fine on this version of the game. I don't know about you guys, but I know I'm having a blast on the console version of the game. Something I do like is the fact that you can multitask. That's right. As many of you guys know, whether you have played the original on PC and already know multitasking is a thing, or if you just got done playing Sims 3 and was just like, hey, Sims 4 just came out on console, let's check it out. Well, multitasking is a thing now. At first, I didn't really notice it. In fact, it's very minor in some areas, but in some areas, it's very major. Some Sims, so here's the dealio. I'll give you an example. One Sim will be on this couch, and they'll be watching TV, and then I'll take another Sim, and I'll put them on this computer to play a game, or to entertain themselves, or to work on a skill. Just yesterday, in fact, I had this Sim right here on the watching TV. No, he was on the computer. Yeah, he was on the computer working on his programming skill. And then suddenly she scooches from this side over to the left side of the couch and turns towards him. But yet down here it says like watching TV, and then up here was a picture of my character, and it said chatting with my character, Malik. Well, I was very confused as to what that meant, and then I noticed that it had the people logo with 2 pluses, meaning that they were having a conversation and it was actually going good. And that's when I realized that the reason these things do not take up all this space, and then if you have them do something extra, it goes above this space, see, is because they are multitasking. Multitasking is actually pretty important if you want to do something such as entertain a sim, so raise their fun meter and their social meter at the same time. It can actually be pretty useful depending on just time crunching, how you want to crunch your time. But for me, this is actually something I really enjoy. To you, it may be very minor. To me, it's actually pretty major, even in some of the minor areas. Such as when you're going to the bathroom. If your sim is taking an incredibly long time, have them pull out their phone. Maybe they'll raise some fun meter. I mean, it's all pretty useful. Everything you can do with this multitasking ability is useful. It all has a use, and it's definitely not meant to go unheeded. So I definitely recommend checking it out and maybe even experimenting where you can use it exactly and all those nooks and crannies that go along with them. If you guys do find anything interesting or whatever, then put it in the comment section below. Share your ideas and findings with other people. Share them with me, in fact. I mean, I just got the game. I've never checked out Sims 4. In fact, before I even knew that this was coming to console, I was actually thinking about starting to play the Sim series on a computer. Now, the reason I actually wanted to avoid this was because if I was going to be playing it on a computer, then it would probably most likely end up being my dad's Alienware laptop. Now, for some of you, you may be like, well, why would this be a bad thing? Isn't Alienware a really good computer? Well, yeah, sure, but it wouldn't be mine. I would have to obviously be controlled when to play it. And, I mean, for Sims, that's a pretty difficult task. Sims is a game where you constantly actually want to play it. I mean, at least if you're enjoying yourself in the game. And, I mean, why wouldn't you enjoy yourself in the game? I've actually had some friends of mine say that they would not like the game, due to the fact that it's a simulation game. Okay, so Malik's new project is already falling behind schedule. Does he insist that everyone work late or try to persuade his boss that he needs more time? I don't want to argue, so I could say crack the whip. Well, anyways, some people, or friends of mine have even said that they wouldn't like the game due to the fact that it's just a life simulator, and why would they want to play this when they can just live it in real life? Well, actually, kind of simple, in fact. The Sims may be a life simulator, but it's different at the same time. It's its own thing. You can't just call it a life simulator. Tell me, in real life, do you go to work and then come home and, maybe work on, I don't know, do you work on maybe a stove? Maybe you don't, maybe you do. But, really, it's about possibilities. The game opens up, and on top of that, it's not completely just real-life things. There's aliens, there's even ghosts, there are vampires, there's a lot of different things. And not just that, but you get to meet all these unique characters and create your own unique characters. You can even go as far as to creating your own home, like I did. And my house isn't much to really go by for that, though. I was kind of stupid with this. And as you can tell, it's not really working out for me. I actually thought about creating a new family. I'm not too bright on that idea, so I've already figured that I'd stick with this. But, anyways, point is, I enjoy the game. I don't know about all of you, but I know I do, and so does a lot of people, and it's probably worth checking out. If you're not too fond of the idea, maybe look a bit more into the game. Maybe you can continue watching this Let's Play series. But anyways, the entire point of this video was to show you that the game can be a lot more than meets the eye. Now, you've seen me kind of micromanage my Sims, and I haven't really done much to or with them. But that's because, they're kind of in a bad position, and they know what they want. So I'm seeing how they respond to it, because the game is actually supposed to use smart Sims, which I guess is something that the creators created when creating the game. So that way Sims would be even smarter than what they were in past games, which obviously makes sense because with it has to change. Things do have to change. And honestly, if this works out the way I believe it would, then it seems it actually does, in fact, by the way. But if it works out exactly the way I think it would, then, it's just going to be amazing, because then, not only does that mean that your Sims are customizable through looks and traits, but their traits actually define them. Not just, as a person, but it defines their actions. It defines their character, which is what something like this should do. And it really helps hit the hammer on, how's the saying go? Basically, it's good for the game and the entire series itself. Now, as you can see, my Sim just went through a bunch of different emotions. It went from flirty to fine to angry to fine again. Now, this would be due to probably going to work. Now, here's another choice. This time it's for summer. So we already seen that last time when I cracked the whip, it made my Sim sad due to the fact that my coworkers were mad at me. Now, why would they be mad at me, you ask? Well, if you read this little box, it tells you that you're going to be pushing them too, making them work faster for your mistake. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I was that coworker that got upset with the coworker who was hurrying me, I know I would be upset. Now, we're going to see what happens if we argue for time. I honestly have never gotten this pop-up until just a moment ago, when I did the Crack the Whip. So let's argue for time and see what happens. It says, let's see. Summer's manager thanks her for bringing this matter to his attention and gives the team more time. Summer comes out as a hero to both upper management and her underlings. So it worked out for the best. Now, as you can see through the career menu, there are requirements. Now, it's not exactly called requirements, but you see there's the promotion or the performance bar, and then below that is the promotion tasks. As you can see, I need to be level 5 and 4 in those skills that it says. The programming and the video gaming skill. Now, you can level up skills in different ways, whether it be by reading books or by actually using that skill set. Either way, it did not change from past games, and I actually enjoy that. In fact, normally, what you would have to do is, almost the same thing. Go to work with a good, really good actually, I believe, emotion and, work the day out from there. Now, something I actually dislike that they removed from this game, it was in Sims 3, but I have not noticed it in here. But when you go to work, there's a bubble right here that says, go to work with your character's image in the middle of it. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because here's what I don't like. In The Sims 3, you could click this bubble, and you could work hard, you could work casually, you could make friends, you could do all sorts of things while at work. Sure, you wouldn't see your sim do them, but it would actually affect things. If you chose the make friends option, you could actually make friends and hang out with those friends you made after work. If you worked hard, it would actually give you a performance boost, making it to where you would probably get promoted even faster, which is actually pretty useful at the beginning of the game. But, for me, I have not seen how to do that, so I don't know if they just removed it or if I'm being stupid and haven't found it. But I believe they removed it. Either that or they changed how to do it. But I honestly like the fact that you could click it. And sure, you could argue that, if you clicked it with X, then it would close it and make you stop going to work and you just return home, and you would probably get fired for doing that. Well, I have a solution. Why not make the button that you press to open up a submenu square or circle instead of X? Sure, X could cancel it, and it's pretty obvious with that big white X in the circle when I hover over it, but they could have it to where you could press X or square, and bring up a submenu of what you could do while at work. Maybe you could even do this with other things. Who knows? Maybe that idea could be implemented sometime in the future. The game did just release. But anyways, something else that I really like about the game is that the needs, down here, you will see the icon for the needs. Normally it's a tree and a face. Well, if one of your needs starts to drop pretty low, it will actually change that icon to whatever's dropping to the lowest. So that way you know what to work on first. Another thing is now you don't need to hear a cell phone. All you need is to see these rings. Now, you may be wondering, what's that even mean? That means that this character's phone is ringing. So if I switch over to this character, it shows me their phone. Oh, Liberty Lee is calling, and she would like to hang out. So, I already know that my Sims are unhappy, and it's also, in the morning. I don't think it's a good time to hang out right now. So, I'm gonna just tell her no. Now, your friends, at least from what I've witnessed, your friends won't dislike you for saying no, they can't stop by. Especially at a time like this. That's absurd. I have realized that if you end a date early, the person will get very upset with you. I don't know if it does this for all events, but I am not risking it, and I already risked it enough with this first date. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with the person I'm with. My significant other, Summer Holiday, is actually pretty nice. She doesn't have the best skills, but I mean, you can always fix that yourself, which adds a bit of gameplay time. So to me, I find it as a positive more than anything. But she's overall, her traits are just nice. Like, as you can see, she's cheerful, active, outgoing, and I don't know what that last one is, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it's nice. Let's see. Friendly relationships faster. Okay, so that's what it does. It basically makes it to where I build friendships faster. Now, I really like this. What I don't like about her is her social bar falls pretty fast, but that's pretty okay for me at least, because my Sims are constantly talking. Now, what I do really enjoy about the game is how open the world is now. Now, it's not just a block that you can visit in one screen. It is now almost this quarter of the city. And as you can see, there's plenty that you could do at this quarter of the city. I mean, sure, not now, but these highlighted areas you could build buildings at. But people do come by and you can meet all sorts of people. There are also 3 worlds that you can go to. 2 of them have actual buildings in it. The third one, which I chose to live in, is actually completely empty, but it looks really pretty. Now, the reason I chose to live here is that I noticed it was completely empty. I wanted to live somewhere where I would have to build my own house and I would start from scratch. I honestly didn't know that Sims would come through, but I did know that you could go through worlds. So I did kind of want to come here just for the fact that I would create from the bottom up, and then if I was ready to get into a relationship, I could move out. Another big thing I really like about this game is that they returned wishes. You heard me correctly, they returned wishes. Wishes are still a thing in this game, continued out from Sims 3. Now, Sims 3, they were called wishes. In here, they're not called wishes. I forget what they're called, but... oh, they're whims. They're called whims. But here are the whims. You always have 3. 2 of them are based on things, your moodlets, and just different things that happen. These 2 white ones. This one on the far left will always be based on your mood. And then on top of that, just how you had a lifetime wish in Sims 3, you have something similar, but it's called an aspiration. There are different aspirations, and not only that, but you can actually change your aspiration mid-game if you decide that you do not want that aspiration anymore. Some of them are difficult, some of them are easy, some of them are fun. So depending on your playstyle, I'm sure you will have a lot to do. So, get to working on those aspirations, Simmers, because things could be actually pretty fun. Not only that, but I know I can't speak for everyone when I say this, so I'm just going to go ahead and say how I felt. I remember in the past Sim games, there were skills. There were plenty of skills, but not as many as this game has. But let me go into what I was wanting to say. In past Sim games, you could level up these skills. Now, the thing about leveling up these skills were the fact that you leveled them up and you gained things, but really, all I remember noticing it doing was that you did things faster. Like, you would repair things faster if your handiness skill was up. You could repair better items, in fact, too. But, I mean, that was really it. Now, it's like an RPG where you level up and you feel like you actually grew. So, not only is your sim growing, but you feel like you grow too. Not in a personal way, but in an achievement kind of way. And it really, honestly, works and blends well with The Sims 4. I really enjoy the game and I recommend getting it if you've played any of the other Sims. And if you're new to it, what I said to you interests you at all, definitely go in yourself. I mean, my house is not the most interesting, so I'd understand why seeing me play it is kind of boring. But I'm telling you, there's more to this game than meets the eye. I've been a fan of Sims ever since I can remember. And this game still amazes me with how much is in it and how much you can actually do. It's huge, expansive, and it's a world that you explore as a person, not just as a character in a game, but as a person. It's fun and it's innovative. It's definitely something to check out. Even if you're new to the series, it's something to check out. I recommend it to almost anyone. Anyone. I really do. That's how much I actually believe this game. But anyways, guys, this has been my review. I hope to see you guys in the future. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye.